Hi guys, welcome back to my channel. I know I haven't been around, so I figured I'd do a quick little video on talking about my bad hair experience, aka hair emergency. I've been so busy with school and work that I haven't really had time to actually film a makeup tutorial. I really want to get back into filming. It's just not in my schedule right now because I go to school 5 days a week now rather than 3, and I'm working 4 to 5 days a week now as well. So just getting a makeup video out there is very hard for me. It's time consuming, editing is time consuming. So for me personally, it's not really working right now. So I figured I'd share with you a story time story and share the secret or recipe I used for what happened to me. Maybe it will help other people out, and how to maintain having healthy hair. So a couple of days ago, I decided to get my highlights retouched, redone, really, and I always get it done by my friend who's actually really good at hair, and she always does it for me. But my hair is such a warm tone just naturally. I have under like pigment of red in my hair, so it's really hard to get my blonde looking ashy and like natural blonde. So I let her know that I really wanted ash blonde, and she ended up doing my highlights. When she did my highlights afterwards, she used T18, the toner by Wella, which is like an, sorry, sounds weird, which is like an ash tone blonde, and she used 30 volume. I've used 40 volume with that, so she thought it was okay to use 30 volume, which makes sense because 40 volume is actually more of a higher peroxide for toners. Really, you're supposed to use 20, but we used 30 and we left it on a little too long, so my hair ended up turning gray. My blonde was just gray. Some pieces of my blonde picked up lighter than other pieces of my blonde, and it was a disaster. I literally cried. I was being a little dramatic, but I mean, this is my hair we're talking about. And not to mention, I go to school for cosmetology, so how would it look if I showed up with gray hair? I know it's like the thing now, but I just personally don't like gray hair on me. That's not what I wanted. I wanted blonde. I wanted ash blonde. So I started freaking out and I started looking up YouTube videos on what to do. And I read a bunch of things. Now, the first thing I tried was baking soda. So basically what I did is I went back in the shower. By the way, I washed my hair like a million times that day because between getting the bleach out, between getting the toner out, between trying to wash it out again, to trying to get the gray out, I was just everywhere. So I used baking soda. And I hear baking soda helps the gray come out, but I used it twice and the baking soda did absolutely nothing for me. Some people said it worked for them, but it just did not work for me. The gray was still there. I had to blow dry my hair 100 million times and it just didn't work for me. Then I was like looking up why it turned gray. So basically, when your blonde gets as light as it can be, when it turns platinum, it can't get any lighter than that. So then it starts getting darker. And that's where you get like the green, the blue, the gray tones. So it could go any way. Sometimes you'll luck out and it might not even do anything for you. But mine turned gray. It was just a horror story. Then I heard clarifying shampoo helps. Here's an example of clarifying shampoo. I didn't use it. This one's by Matrix. It's Alternative Action Clarifying Shampoo. I got it from Ulta. I never got to use it because the gray actually kind of started coming out. But if you want to get your gray out and you don't know any other option, I would suggest just using clarifying shampoo. It will eventually come out. Toner doesn't stay in the hair. It eventually washes out. You might have to wash it a couple of times or more than a couple of times, but it will come out. So I would suggest clarifying shampoo if you really don't care about like getting it out as soon as possible and you just kind of want to let it be without damaging your hair, just use clarifying shampoo a couple times and it will come out. Another option I heard is using 20 volume cream developer and mixing it with conditioner and running it through your hair, and that will help the toner come out. I was in the process of trying this. I put it together and mixed it together, and I was like, you know what? I just bleached my hair. I really don't want to end up dealing with this, because what if my hair breaks and it's just gonna be in the worst position ever? I'd rather have ugly color hair than breakage all over where I basically lose my hair. So I was in the process of making this and I decided not to because I just wasn't gonna risk it. What I did to get the gray out is I contacted my instructor. Like I said, I'm in cosmetology school, so I do get a little bit of guidance. And I was like, my hair's gray, I'm freaking out, please help me, tell me what to do. I don't know what to do. Like I can't go on with my hair looking like this. So she told me, get some lemon juice, squeeze some lemons, and put conditioner in it. You can use shampoo as well, but I did conditioner. I mixed 3 parts lemon juice and like 2 parts conditioner, and I just mixed it and I started just putting it all over my hair. Now, she said leave it in for 15 minutes. I thought I was like gonna take a chance and just leave it until I saw that the gray was actually coming out. I left it in for about maybe a half an hour, 35 minutes, and then I washed it out, and the gray like completely changed. There was basically no gray anymore. You can still kind of see it, but it wasn't bad at all the way it was before. The next day I did the same thing and the gray was all out. If I can give you any advice, I would do the lemon one if you really care about getting it out as soon as possible. If it's really that bad, I would do the lemon juice. The lemon juice is acidic, so that's what works for me. Now for aftercare, obviously I was doing a lot of shampooing, a lot of blowing out. Every time that I was done with my hair that day and washing it out and trying to get this gray out, I had to blow dry my hair to see if the gray was gone or not. So I did a lot of things to it that day. What I did is, before anything, I do not use shampoo, especially shampoo with sulfate. I don't think it's healthy for the hair. I want to keep the integrity of my hair. I want my hair to stay healthy and the freshest and healthiest it can be. It's by Matrix, it's called Biolage, and it's a cleansing conditioner, and this one's for medium hair. What you basically do is you don't need shampoo. It cleanses your hair like shampoo would. It moisturizes your hair and it moisturizes the cuticle, and you leave it in for 5 minutes and it makes your hair feel so soft, and this has absolutely no sulfate in it, so it's pretty much really good for your hair. I love the way my hair feels after I use this. It's the best thing for my hair right now. My hair tends to get very dry, and this is the only thing that really moisturizes my hair. Another thing I used when I was going through all of this, which made my hair feel amazing, was this by AG Hair Cosmetics, and it's for moisture. My hair was very dry, especially after everything that I did to it, so I kept putting this in. I put a lot in, but I felt like I really needed it. This is the Fast Food Leave-In Conditioner, and again, that's from AG Cosmetics. I have nothing bad to say about this. It really helped my hair feel soft and moisturized, and it felt like my hair didn't go through that whole process of the bleach, the toner, the baking soda, the lemon juice, all that stuff. So I would really suggest this. This is my holy grail. I don't know if I'm using this right, but I love the way it makes my hair feel, and I feel like my hair grows faster. Might be in my mind, but this is the way I feel. So this is the virgin organic coconut oil. The brand is Spectrum, and this is unrefined for medium heat. I basically take some coconut oil. Sometimes it's watery, sometimes it's not, depending on how much heat, how hot it is or how your room temperature is at your house. And I, just a little bit, because since this is an oil, you don't want your hair to be super, super oily. It's just like a hair oil. And I just rub that through the bottom, especially focusing on my ends. And I feel like my hair does so well with this. I try to stay away from the roots, because once you hit the roots, that's when your hair tends to start looking greasy. So I feel like that is another holy grail product that I use. I don't necessarily put it on every single day, but coconut oil is good for almost anything. Anyways, I hope this was helpful. I hope I gave you a couple of ways to get those grays out of your hair when you don't want them. And I don't mean natural grays, I mean like toner grays. Yeah, and if you don't want super ashy, don't use T18, please. I also feel like Wella gives me allergic reaction, so just be careful. Don't use a 30 volume like I did, and don't leave it on for super long. If you see that it's turning really white, take it off. My whole thing was, she said, I think we need to rinse it out. And I was like, no, just let it go for a couple more minutes. I'm sure it's not gonna be gray. And it ended up being gray. So a lesson learned. I still think she's an amazing hairdresser. Like, it really wasn't her fault. We were both cosmetology students and just trying new things out, and I guess we learned something from it. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. I'll try to be on as often as I can. I will definitely start filming more in June once I'm done with school. So don't forget to subscribe, and I hope this works for you guys. Bye.